अस्सलाम वालेकुम स्टूडेंट इंग्लिश लेक्चर प्रिपरेशन के साथ मैं हूं हिज़्ज़त जमील। आज हम डिस्कस करेंगे विलियम ब्लेक और उसके जो मशहूर एमसीक्यूज़ हैं विलियम ब्लेक पर, जो अक्सर पंजाब केएफसी में और पंजाब पब्लिक सर्विस कमीशन में आते रहते हैं। तो आज हम उनको डिस्कस करेंगे। So most famous MCQs on William Blake is number 1 is William Blake father was an Irish. William Blake father belonged to an Ireland. William Blake was born in 1757 and he was died in 1827. Blake was the second son of his parents. Blake's father was a hosier. William Blake's father profession was a hosier. Hosier stocking, socks and tights collective. यानी ये जो सॉक्स वगैरह इनका जो बिज़नेस होता है इनका प्रोफेशन था. Blake claimed to see God when he was 4 years. When he was 4 years, he claimed to see a God. William Blake began his poetic career as Elizabethan. Initially, when he began his career, he was claimed to be. He begins his poetic career as Elizabethan, but when he ended his career and at the death in 1827, he was a romantic, and he was actually the precursor for romantic movement. William Blake began his poetic career as Elizabethan. William Blake saw a tree filled with angels when he was 8 years old. Blake was sent to William Blake was sent to Henry Paul's drawing school. He studied there for 7 years. William Blake served apprenticeship was William Blake served apprenticeship was with Mr. James Bear. William Blake was by profession a painter and engraver. प्रोफेशन उसका था पेंटर एंड एनग्रेवर. एनग्रेवर उसको कहते हैं जो कि नकुश को निंदा होता है, तस्वीर का कनिंदा होता है, वो उसको कहते हैं. नेक्स्ट है विलियम ब्लेक रोड द पोएम हाउ स्वीट आई रोम्ड फ्रॉम फील्ड टू फील्ड व्हेन ही वाज 14. When he was 14, he wrote that poem, How Sweet I Roamed from Field to Field, at the age of 14. The poem Jerusalem by William Blake was engraved in 100 plates. The first and only exhibition of Blake's work was held in 1809 and it was failed. It was failed exhibition. Who wrote the everlasting gospel? William Blake wrote the everlasting gospel. Complete the title of Blake's work for children, the gates of paradise. For children, the gates of paradise. And it was later changed into for sexes, he gates of paradise. Voila or the four zoes by Blake is an epic. Actually it is an epic poem. Voila or the four zoes by Blake. Blake worked on illustration to Dante between 1824 to 1826. What did Blake make to Thornton Pastoral of Virgil Woodcut? Who was Blake's wife? Catherine Blake. She died in 1831. Catherine Blake was his wife. Who wrote a critical essay on Blake? Swinburne. Swinburne wrote critical essay on William Blake. 3-volume edition including biography, commentary, and reproduction of the prophecies of William Blake was published by E.J. Ellis and W.B. Yeats. William Blake, his philosophy and symbol was written by Foster Damon. Blake wrote Marriage of Heaven and Hell and it is in prose. The only prose of William Blake is Marriage of Heaven and Hell. Lamb. In the poem, the lamb by William Blake is a symbol of innocence and it is also a symbol of Jesus Christ. Song of Innocence and Song of Experience were written by William Blake. Tiger in Blake's songs of Tiger in Blake's songs of innocent experience stand for evil. Tiger in Blake's songs of experience stand for evil. Blake was poet and engraver who wrote the echoing green. William Blake. Blake's poem The Lamb consists of 20 lines. The poem The Shepherd and the Infant Joy are written by William Blake. The poem The Chimney Sweeper and Night have been written by Blake. Earth Answer. These are the poems that are written by William Blake actually. Earth Answer, The Little Girl Lost, A Poison Tree, The Little Girl Found. The poem The Tiger is a companion poem to The Lamb. The Tiger by Blake is taken from the volume Songs of Experience. टाइगर जो है ये पोएम ये विलियम ब्लेक के सॉन्ग ऑफ एक्सपीरियंस के वॉल्यूम से लिया गया है. Blake became interested in 1788 and Swedenborgian movement. Swedenborg he was very much influenced from that guy Swedenborg, and that's why he became interested in 1788 and Swedenborgian movement. Blake completed his Song of Innocence in 1789. Blake published some of his early work in sculptural movement of Great Britain. Blake's Songs of Experience appear in 1994 जबकि कुछ में 1793 भी लिखा हुआ है. An Island of the Moon is written by William Blake. It is actually satire. William Blake only satire is An Island on the Moon is written by William Blake. Urizen is written by Blake. Europe of Prophecy, these are also poetical work of Blake. Europe of Prophecy, America Prophecy. The first long poem of Blake was Vela, that is an epic. Blake got a commission to illustrate Young's Night's Thoughts. How many designs were made by Blake to illustrate Young's Night Thoughts? Over 500 designs. Blake engraved two long poems, London and Jerusalem, in 1804. The poem Milton by Blake was engraved in 15 plates. Who wrote poetical sketches? Poetical sketches ये भी Blake की actual 3 poetical principal work है. एक poetical sketches है, दूसरा Song of Innocence and तीसरा है Song of Experience. Blake opened an engraver shops in partnership with Parker. Who wrote the writing of William Blake? Who wrote the writing? Jeffrey Keynes. Who wrote Vision of the Daughter of Albion? It is also a poem by William Blake. Blake started writing poetical sketches when he was only 12 years old. Who said about Blake poetical sketches? These poems embody the very essence of the 18th century. Browning. Blake had no children. The Book of Laws, these are written by William Blake. Blake uses urban and industrial landscapes to show oppression and rationalism. Blake saw potential danger of a mass society in which people were controlled by system of organization. Blake contemporary Robert Burns. Blake was very poor in later year. Blake is appreciated these days for his poetry as well as for his calligraphic artistry. Blake's Song of Innocence and Songs of Experience reflect two phases of human understanding. Blake belonged to an early romantic age. He was actually a precursor for romantic movement. Beside being a poet, Blake was also a painter, paint-making mystic, philosopher, a book engraver. Who said prisons are built with stones of law? William Blake. Where did Blake live for most of his life? Soho, where William Blake was born. Soho, London. Blake's poem about sexually transmitted disease is The Sick Rose. Blake received formal education only in art, which book is subtitled showing the two contrary states of human soul, Song of Innocence and Song of Experience. A soldier had once charged Blake with sedition and he was then acquitted. Also, Divine Image has been written by William Blake. When he died, Blake had been working on the illustration of which author? Dante. He was actually working on the illustration of Dante. According to Blake, which book contained all he knew? The Bible. He was very much influenced with the Bible. Who are the daughter of Albions? English woman. Whom does Blake tell to mock on? Mock on Voltaire. ये एक फिलासफर था वोल्टेयर ड्यूरिंग दैट टाइम. Who did Blake regard as the greatest of all poets? Milton. According to William Blake, he regards Milton as the greatest of all poets. What did Blake reportedly say to a visitor who interrupted him and his wife reading Paradise Lost naked in the garden? It's only Adam and you know. What tactic did Blake use to keep his revolutionary writing from the eyes of pro-government forces? Mirror writing. On his deathbed, Blake completed which last piece of work? A portrait of his wife. Blake was born in Dublin, Soho, London. The major event in Europe during Blake's life was the French Revolution. He was also the staunch believer of French Revolution. French Revolution was established in French Revolution was started in 1789. In a cradle song, the speaker is a father. Love secret. In a love secret, Blake compared love to a wind. In Blake's poetry, daytime, nighttime represent experience and innocence. In the evening, to the evening star is Venus, Godhead. Blake supported the abolition of slavery and egalitarian principles of the French Revolution. Blake considered and not sense perception as the means through which man could understand the world imagination. Because he was romantic, he emphasized on imagination. For Blake, imagination is a divine vision. The Chimney Sweeper is written by Blake, published in 2 parts. Chimney Sweeper is a poem written by William Blake, published in 2 parts. The first part appears in Song of Innocence, while the second part appears in Song of Experience. Song of Innocence was published in 1789, and Songs of Experience was published in 1794. The main theme of this poem, Chimney Sweeper, is child labor. It is all about child labor. And this poem, he actually criticizes the church religion, the religion and the value, the norms and the value during of the society. Main character in the poem is Tom, little Tom. The limb is a poem that is didactic, and it is a symbol of Jesus Christ. So ये थे सारे MCQ स्टूडेंट्स. सो कैसी लगी आपको आज की वीडियो? सब्सक्राइब करिए हमारे चैनल के साथ. So in the next video, inshallah, we will make the biography, the whole biography, the works, the major works, poetical works, prose works, all the works of William Blake, which is a very important for KFC and also Punjab Public Service Commission.